Oh, crap. Did I not bring those? Oh, son of a... No, I didn't. Dang nabbit. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm. You would have thought that I would have done that. Hold on. We're going to write something right here. Then you guys are going to see it. Really? I left that stuff inside. That was stupid. Out of all these pens, none of these stupid ass things work. Really? Ah, dang nabbit. I gotta make one of these anyhow, so hold on a minute. In case I need it for like a pee break. Alright, there we go. That's a good one. I gotta keep that one. Alright. I left the stuff inside. I know you can't really read it, but because it's all ass backwards. Maybe next time I'll do it better, but be right back. Okay. Okay, so since we don't need that no more, we can take that off of there. Appreciate you guys. Sorry about that. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. And everybody else on TikTok, thank you very much for stopping in. I'm going to keep that. Because you never know when I might need it. I know, right when I first started, I was like, what the hell? Where did he go? Oh, shoot. All right. So I made some of these things yesterday or last night. I want to make some of these as tails for like some of these. But the blades I got are way smaller than these. Way smaller. So I got to make them small. Not big ones, small ones. And that's what I plan on doing today. Making some like really dinky ones, but then also going through and making a whole bunch of these. There's actually like just the shafts of them. I make a whole bunch of shafts, and so that way I'll have a lot of these completely done and ready to go for when I do get the bigger ones in. So we'll see how big of the bigger ones I got. And those damn things are dinky. Jeez. Did I? Yeah, I got that out here too. Okay, good. All right. So let's let's go through and see what we can do to make something look pretty good, huh? Let's do that. Got my sippy cup, nothing but ice. Gotta have that. And homemade. That's not the original one, but it's homemade. That tastes just like Arizona tea. Just like it. Just like it. Today is an absolute wonderful, beautiful day outside. I think right now we're right at maybe 70, 68, 69, give or take. And it's beautiful outside. The sun is trying to, come through, but it is gorgeous outside now. I don't need no fan. It's actually quite nice in here. All right. Really? Drippies all over me, eh? Crap. All right, here we go. Give me a little thing here. All right. I'm just trying to get myself situated and set up so I can start moseying through a lot of these. Okay, so I need my cutters. Where's my cutters? Got my cutters. Got the cutters. Got the little pliers. Got the other pliers. I got my little rolly pliers. What? I don't need the other one. These little clasping things are probably bigger than these damn. Yeah, no. That's gonna be a no. Alright, so it ranged out to be about 6 inches the last time. And wasn't too bad for that. But I gotta see if I can still do the same thing for the small ones, because the measurement's gonna be a little bit different for small ones than it is for the big ones. Or the bigger ones of what I was doing of these ones. I only had a little bit of waste left. And I don't mind a little bit of waste, but when you're doing like half the size or even just a quarter of the size, holy shit, I mean, that's gonna be bad. Hey, thanks for stopping in, everybody on TikTok. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Randy's in here. A lot of other people are in here. That's good. And a lot of people over here on YouTube as well. Thank you very much for all the likes over there on YouTube. I appreciate all that. All right, how can I get it? This always reminds me of one of those like little pop-out things. All of a sudden you let go and it goes woof everywhere. You're like, shit. Oh, shoot. All right, there we go. That's a good spot for it right now. Eventually, I'm going to have a bar that goes all the way across. See right where this is? Eventually, I'm going to have a bar that goes all the way across here. And I'll be taking these spools and putting them on there. So that way, all I do is just spool it off, measure it, and cut them and do whatever I need to with them. This one is stainless steel. And it's 0.040. So it is quite strong. It's quite thick. I probably will cut myself. So if I'm gushing out blood, y'all better call 911. Oh, wait a minute. You don't know where I'm at. Okay. That wouldn't work out, would it? Well, at least we would have tried. So I'm only going to try a couple of these for now. Youch. Six-inch piece, and you can tell the difference from, I think this was 0.026. I believe that's what this one was, compared to 0.04. And this one, the copper plated, is 0.03 thickness of the wire. So you can definitely tell the difference between all three of them, which from where you guys are looking, this one's the smallest, medium, and thickest. Same thing for you guys. Smallest, medium, and thickness. This one's stainless steel spring wire. This one is just regular steel wire, but copper plated. And this is stainless steel wire. A little bit of springiness to it, not a whole lot. But that's what those are. Good morning to you too. Thank you. All from the UK. Thank you. Appreciate it. So thanks for stopping in. So we're going to go with the thicker wire right now, because that's the ones I really want to start making these out of, is the thicker wire. It's going to be between this one, the 0.30, or the 0.03 to 0.04. Those are the ones I really want to make them out of. But we're going to try this one first. Okay. I have my little jiggy. And all of this is just a nail. Just pop right in there. That's all it is. Just a nail. And then I usually turn it, which I'll show you in a second. How you doing there, Water Fox? Hey, yeah, Water Fox. Thanks for stopping in. So what I usually do then is I'll go through and do like 2 fingers. For me, it's 2 fingers. Like what you see there. You know, just 2 fingers all the way up to the top. That's the way I kind of judged it for myself. And then all I do is just fold it. This is a lot tougher. That's for dang sure. Make a small little hook, just like that. Make a little small hook, just like that. Put that hook right over this. And put it right over like that. Then I got another special tool, which actually I'm going to do it the other way. I got another little special tool like this. It's a twister. And all I do is just put these things together. And hope the hell I got them both. And then just start twisting. Once I get it half-ass twisted, then I just choke up on it again. Choke up on it again once I get it in there. Then I go through and lock it in place again. There. Got locked in place. Stick it in there. Give it a little extra tug. Or even start twisting by hand. It's actually not too bad. That one's quite nice. That's quite very nice. I will have to fix the little tag end on it, but that's a pretty good little, yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that. It's a little harder to work with, but it still works like it's supposed to. And you can barely see it, but yeah, there we go. Oh, here, you know what? Let's turn this thing around so you guys can really see it. There you go. There you go. That's how round it is. And yes, the little tag in piece down here, I got cut all that all off too, but you could definitely tell the twistiness of it too. Now I'll do TikTok the same way. Hold on. So they can actually see. Come on. Where's it at? Come on. I know I can do it. There we go. Flip it. There we go. All right, TikTok's the same way. Where's TikTok? Right here. There you go. See? There you go. Now it focuses in on it. Really? Well, it did. I mean, all right, well, they get the point. Yeah, see, they can see it now. Yeah, there they go. Now they can see it. All right, let me just get my arm out the way for YouTube. Close enough. All right. Everybody got the point. There we go. Yeah, everybody got the point. So I at least want to make some of those. Now for the smaller ones, I did want to use these thinner ones because the smaller ones they're going to be so small. I don't need any of the really thick things for those because these small ones I'm going to do are going to be really small, really small. So let me pick a couple of these that actually was still pretty good, and let me see if I can actually throw some of these things on here. And I'm going to have a lot of waste off of that, and I can't really do much with that because it's already still like 5 inches. And I ain't going to use no clevis on any of these either because there's just those clevises are almost as big as these dang things here. So I'm going to say no on the clevises. All right, get in the bowl. Okay, so that was actually great. All right, that was supposed to be where the beads go. And you know what? Where's these things at? Right here. Let's throw some of these on here. Don't you hate these little stupid ass things? You try to open them up. Don't you hate that? Man. Hey, Rivers. Thanks for stopping in, dude. Appreciate it. Everybody else on TikTok, thanks for stopping in. If I missed your conversation, I apologize. Don't look like I did. Just everybody's popping in and popping out. All right, good. And I don't think I missed any other thing over here. It's just water fox fishing with Rivers. Hey, good enough. All right. Today's a little slow day. Before we do that, we gotta throw at least a bead or two on here. Remember, this one's gonna be dinky. It is gonna be dinky. So since it's gonna be really dinky, I want a really dinky ass bead on here. And what color are we doing? We are doing. We're gonna do a blue one. But we want, you know what? I want to throw a red and a purple. Some of these damn things are so stinking small. Like, all right, come on. Oh, there it is. Really? All right, there's the first one. Then I got the second one. Then all right, come on. There we go. That's gonna be about that. Might even be less than that. I get rid of that. Because these blades are really small. See how blessed small that blade is? Holy shit, that thing is dinky. But you know what? Still turns. It still turns. And wait a minute. I did that ass backwards, didn't I? Do you see how I did it ass backwards? Mm-hmm. Do you see how I did it ass backwards? You see? The hook, the little loop, is supposed to be the other way around. Mm-hmm. So it is. It sure is. And I was supposed to do that and then put the hook on. That's what I was supposed to do. So let's do one of those. Those are way easier. These already had pre-cut. That's kind of nice. So I want to take one of these, which was, we're going to do a red one. That's where I make your little loop. Put the little thing on there. Put it right back in that same little thing I was doing before. Because now I'm going to wrap it. Make sure I don't hurt myself. Always been known to do that. Well, that didn't work out right. Yeah. Come on. Youch. Only bad thing about that is you can't stick yourself. You do not want to stick yourself. That is the last thing you want to do. JJ, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, doing. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing swell yourself. I'm doing good. Half-ass trying to put these things together with those inline spinners. Last couple of days has not been a fun time for some odd reason. But we're going to get there. One way or another. We are going to get there. little by little. So I'm just going to start twisting a little bit by hand. Now I got a little bit there. I'll choke up on it a little bit more. Do a couple of turns. Now it's on. It's not too bad of turns. Not too bad. Not that great, but not too bad. I do have a little bit of a tail there. Yes, some spinners, yes. It's going to be the inline spinners. That's what they're going to be, yes. These are going to be the dinky ones. The little itty bitty small ones. Yes, I got to get in the groove of this. Yes, I do. Haven't had a hell of a lot of practice, so just bear with me, will you? I know how to make them. It's not that I don't. I do. Just takes the extra few minutes. Once I get everything going, a lot more streamlined, it'll be a lot more easier, a lot more faster. I can punch them out a lot more faster there too. So, you know. Everything always takes a little bit of time. So we got my little dinky ass thing right here. There we go. There we go. That's a little small spinner up on the top. Very, very small. Same thing there too. Very, very small. Yeah, I got the wrong ones on the blades. I need the bigger ones. But those are going to be coming. But that's what I'm doing right now. And all I do is just finish it off and get a haircut. Funny. Oh, shoot. All right, so then I'll go through and I'll finish this off real quick. Do one more turn. I'll straighten it all out. Get a lot better what it is. That's the last turn. Right there. Come right along and cut that off. There we are. Little itty bitty baby one. And this thing's really small. I mean, really small. It's only about, what, the size of my finger? Maybe a little bit less, give or take. And that's what it's like up on the top. With a little bit of barrel roll, or the barrel rolls up on the top. Not like great, but it's good enough. But that is the small one. Now, if I had the bigger blade on it, that would be even better, but that's good enough for a little teeny tiny one. And I probably should trim this up instead of it being so long as it is, but that's one of them right there. Panfish or perch, yeah, that, or bluegill, yeah, or any of those. since they're so small like that, any of those, yes, that would be perfect for those. Now I probably should make it a little bit smaller because that was my main intentions, was to make it a little bit smaller instead of having this middle piece. Maybe only have like 1 or 2 beads and then this little small blade, because then it'll make it even smaller than what that would be. And all you have is just this little dangly thing here. So let's make one without that extra body piece in there. This one, all right, how about we do like a yellow one, chartreuse color, huh? Yeah, good. I knew you guys always liked that. Yeah, I did put the thing on early, which I don't know if that'd be a good thing or a bad thing, but you know what? We're going to take that off. And same thing, about 2 fingers again, for me. Everybody else might be a little bit different. Bend it around as much as you can. Better than regular things. You get like the little hook. All right, come on. Get my fingers going, will you? Do the same thing. Put that on there. Da-ding, da-ding. Put around my little doohickey of a jig. Take my little special pliers. Just do some physical turns. Then we choke up on it. Oh, wait, too much. All right, come on, let go. When you choke up on it too much, and it does way too much, way too fast. And all I want to do is just twist it enough to where it snugs right up against the post piece itself. And it's easy enough to take it off too. So that way I'm left with that. I know it's a little bent right now. I'll straighten that out right before I start putting everything else on there. Okay. Now there is something else I want to do after this that I want to try out. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but we sure the hell going to try it. Youch. Let go. All right. That fastens it in there pretty good. Okay, so the next thing I want to try after this is this. See how the twists are? I want to make the whole shaft that way and then finish it off on the top with everything else in between. That's the next thing I want to do, because if I make the twisties all the way up, that'll make this whole entire shaft extremely strong. And I mean extremely strong. So the only weak point would be right where the turns are on the very top. Instead of, just the weak point sometime in the middle where it can bend and all of a sudden snap right on you. It would, only the weak points would be at the very turns. That would be it. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Yes, appreciate it. Everybody on TikTok doing good? All right, good, fantastic. All right, so since this is going to be a greeny color, let's get a yellow. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold that thought. Wait a minute. Let's get a red. Some of these things I may need a magnifying glass for. Shoot. Sucks getting old. Here's your red one. There's a yellow one. And I want to do one green one. 2, 2, 2. All right. Come on, you stupid ass green. Where are you? Right here. Oh, that's yeah, I need one of those stupid things that you can just start plucking the stuff out. Oh, here we go. Little greeny one. Come on. Where's the stinking hole? There it is. Put it in the hole. All right. 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. I ain't gonna do any more than that. Now, I do want to put a silver one on there. And that should cover, yes. That should cover that, yes. These are going to be dinky. Dinky. I might even change that out and put only 2 of them on there. Yeah, I might change that out and only put 2 of them on there instead of 3. Let me see what this looks like every time I put this on here. Yeah. I don't want that one. That was too dang small. Of course, that one ain't any bigger either. All right. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take the green one off. And we just had 2 of them. There we go. Two pieces. 2 of them on there. That actually looks pretty good. That looks very, very nice. So let's finish that one off too. And all I do is just a little bit above it. That's all I do. Just a little bit above it. So that way I have room to twist this whole entire thing. And you see all this extra? That's pretty much all like waste. And also the reason to give it a little bit of extras so that way it has room to vibrate too. Alright, some of these are a little tricky to twist. But we'll get there. Say you only need like two turns. I always like to do an extra third turn, just to be absolutely on the safe side, because some of these things you never know. That ain't the best and greatest, but what does Shrek always say? That'll do, donkey. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. That'll do just fine. Just fine. That's the way it looks upside down, too. That'll do, donkey. Not completely the best part, but hey, you know what? Yoch. I gotta file some of those, like that little tag end. See, I gotta file that little tag end off. But at least that's what that is. And that will turn, especially when it's in the water. But I do have to trim that up just a little bit, not much, but that's 2 of those. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do was, like I was telling you, the twisties all the way up. I did want to do at least 1 or 2 of those to see how that would actually work. Hey, if you guys have any suggestions or you guys want to see something else different, don't hesitate to ask. Because that's what we're all here for, right? Should I try that on a thicker wire? Oof. Let me try it on a thinner wire first, and then we'll go to the thicker wire. All right, look over me. So I'll probably do a step, the really thin wire, then to the thicker wire, then to the really thick wire. So that way I can kind of get used to, how everything's starting to go. But I appreciate all of you stopping in. I really do. And we're still going to keep on going. As long as I can get everything picked up, ready to go. Yeah, these damn things are almost like magnetized a little bit. You know these damn things are small when you're trying to use needle nose pliers to pick them up. Look at that shit. Sorry. There's a cuss word in there. Oh, shoot. Yeah, well. Way it goes. And yes, I know what size I need now, yes. When I ordered them, I didn't pay attention to the size, and I should have. That was my bad. I have no problems admitting it. That was my bad. I just like, oh, those look good. Grab it, grab it. Pretty stupid, wasn't it? Oh, shoot. Hey, that gives you guys something to laugh at, all right? Yeah, it gives you guys something to laugh at. There's nothing wrong with laughing at that. It's okay. Come on. Well, one don't want to go in. Okay. We'll set you way off to the side. All right. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to cut me a piece off here. Bam. I don't know if I'm going to need longer than 6 inches, which I might. And if I do, that's okay. No worries. But the way I figured I'd end up having to do that is taking my full 6 inches that I got from here to here and bending it in half. Or close to half as can be. And then keeping the U shape. Trying to keep the U shape, but for the whole entire shaft. See it? Try to at least. Thanks for the hearts over there. I appreciate that. And take my little handy dandy tool, which is just a peg in the board. That's all it is. And stick it on there. Let's see if I can twist it. All right. Now, if I could twist it and it makes it look good, that'll keep the strength even more. Now, you can only twist so much before it starts to break, which, not yet. See, still there. Close to breaking though. So what I'll end up having to do is choke up on it and twist it. You're going to have to go through and that's actually not too bad. Now, once everything gets straightened out, that's actually not too bad. And I think it might have did break. Maybe not. That's actually not too bad. That's for the first one. Now, I did forget though, is I can't do it completely in half because I am going to have a tail end down here at the bottom. So that way I can fill it up with all the stuff I need to in the shaft, you know, as far as all the body of it and the spinner, and then also have the extra piece to actually wrap around. Or if not, basically just take that and wrap that around and see if that actually works out there too. Because I figure it would be like what, two fingerfuls again. We'll do a little bit less. It's definitely doable. It's not that it's not. It is. But I don't know if... Hold on a second. Hold on. It is definitely doable. I know, right? I know. You know what? That's actually not bad. It's actually not too bad for two of those to put together. That'll make that side really, really strong. The only bad part is that one right there. But that could always be hooked onto the monofilament line, the braided line, or whatever it is that you would actually hook your line. You know, that'd be where you'd hook your line to. Or you can actually hook your line on both of those. So the fish actually just grabs on this side. That's actually not too bad. And for the first one, that's actually not too bad. I know it looks like shit. If you want to say that, hey, go for it, because it does. But for the first one, that is actually not bad. And I mean, and for me, I could live with that myself in that aspect. But for all of you, no, I definitely want it a lot better than that. But for the first one, that's actually not bad. And I do kind of like that idea there too, because it does make it extremely super strong. And that's what I'm looking for. The only bad thing about when you do something like that is it takes a lot longer time to rust. Of course, this is stainless steel, so it won't rust. The one that will rust is this one. So everybody that wants to be more, you know, economically friendly in some way, shape, or form, it'll probably take a long while because it is copper plated. So it will take a little longer time to actually rust out, but just like all the hooks, you know, once you can't get the hook out of a fish, you leave it in the fish, let the fish go, it always usually rusts out sooner or later, and the fish still lives. So that'd be basically the same thing as like this. If you get it stuck somewhere, like in a tree or whatever, over time it will rust and disintegrate completely all the way through. So, your channel from Pakistan. I like it. Oh, good. The Pakistan people. All right, good. Good, good. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. So, since I did the thinner one, let's do the little bit thicker one. Let's do that one now. This one's a little bit more workable, if you want to call it that. It's a little bit more workable. And we'll just go from there. Yeah, a little bit more workable, a little bit more bendable, a little bit more, yeah, whatever the hell you want to call it. So I'll do the same thing again. I just make the little pieces across, and then I'll grab these two things and just start twisting it around and see what comes out of it, and go from there. Might be better off to grab it right where it's starting to join. Screw that. See what I'm doing is I'm taking the pliers, grabbing the pliers, holding on to the pliers, and then the pliers just stay held onto it. I don't have to do anything. There's a little mechanism right here that actually, holds everything together and keeps the pliers on. Then all I do is just go through and twist. Twist, 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 twist. That's actually pretty good. And then what I'll do is I'll come up to the top. I'll do the same thing again. And I'll twist. And of course, make it fall on the floor too. See what I was saying? That one's a little bit more workable, a little bit more easier to do. Because look at the thing on that. Look at that. See the twist and turns? It was much more easier to work with than the other spring wire. Spring wire is actually really hardened wire, and so it makes it strong. Because that spring wire, I believe, holds about in between 50 to 75 pounds per square inch. This one, since it's steel and it's copper plated, it holds about 100 pounds per square inch. Now the stainless steel holds about 150 to 175 pounds per square inch, because thicker the wire, the more poundage it actually holds. But I also figured there too is that if it's doubled like that, then double the weight, double the power of the holding power. So that's another reason why I thought of that there too. So I like that one. That one's very nice. You might see a lot of my inline spinners being made like this. And then of course the tag ends, or the little tail end, all I have to do is just like twist it. If I could do that. Come on. Close enough. So then, if I wanted to, then I can just clip that off. Of course, cover your face, cover your eyes, and you're left with that. Nice clean slate on everything else with a nice little round circle up on the top. Everything's all beautifully uniform as far as the turns and everything, especially all the way down the whole entire shaft too. That I do like. That'll be super strong. And let me see if I can actually, I may have to use the bigger pliers to turn it. And I will have to make the thing a lot longer too. That is definitely way harder to turn. Way harder to turn. All right, let me see if I get another pair of pliers. Hold that thought. I got a pair of channel locks. That will not work on that one. That is not going to do that. So, I know what to do on that one. Is basically just make the same thing like what we did there. Same thing. Have my little extra tail piece up there. Make it all straight there, and then make my little round thing without it being double, just only single. And we'll be good to go. But that is going to be very, very nice. They're going to be super strong, super, probably pretty stiff too. Yeah, they're going to be pretty stiff. They're going to be pretty stiff. That's going to be quite nice. Quite freaking nice. Not bad. Not bad. So anybody have any questions of any sort or anything else? Oh, it's 12:10 over there. Oh, is that 12:10 in the morning or 12:10 in the afternoon in Pakistan? And thanks for Pakistan and people being in here. We appreciate all of you. Yes, we are here in the United States, but you know what? We love everybody in every part of the world, or at least I do. I don't discriminate. Fishing with Kevin. You need some rooster tail? Sorry, I missed that. I'll definitely have some of those up on the website pretty soon. But yeah, I will definitely get those going. Okay, I got a message there. So yeah, I mean, anybody have any questions of any sort? I think that's about all I can think of doing right now, which those aren't too bad. Those aren't too bad at all. They're not like perfect, but give me a little bit of time, a couple of days. I will definitely have that completely perfect and a lot more better than what they are. And I would still definitely take pictures of these. That's for dang sure. So everything will be all ready to go. They'll be up on the website so you guys can see it. And the website would be at ShowFlies.com, along with a lot of other different things that I will be having on there, besides jigs, these, and some extra flies or two. I will be having those on there. All right, wait a minute. All right, where's the messages? Okay. Yes. Okay, there you are. You're still there. Okay, yes. Kevin, just give me a little bit of time, and I will definitely have a lot of this stuff ready for ordering. Because I gotta perfect some things as far as like my little turns, but other than that, and I gotta get some of the bigger spindles in, because just like these other ones. And I see your message over here on YouTube. Really? Come on. These ones I made, I think, about 5 days ago, somewhere right around there. So what I did was I just took the original stuff that was on some that was already commercially made, and I just put all these things on, and I went through and Almost dropped it out of my hand. Made all the turns just the same thing as that way goes there too. Which I will have pictures, and I put the fly on there too. I actually tied the fly, and I put that at the very end. Most of all of these are going to have the single hook, not the treble hooks. That was one of them that I did. Here's another one I did. Same thing, have the fly at the end. That was a couple of days ago I did these. And I don't know if you've seen pictures of these or not, but I did that one too. Again, same thing, fly at the end. And I know I did one more. Where did that one? Oh, right here. This one. I did this one too. That one has a little bit of red on it. That was a commercially made one. I didn't make that one. And then I did the fly and put the fly in at the bottom. So there's definitely going to be a lot of pictures of these when I actually get going and get them on the website. So that way you guys can actually buy them. Okay, and can you make some larger ones so I can see what they be like for muskies? I don't have any of the larger ones yet, as far as like the big things like these, the big blades. I don't have those yet. I made a mistake. I made a mistake in getting these little small ones because I didn't look at the size. Yes, my mistake. I'll fully admit it. I got the little small ones. You see how the little small ones are compared to the big ones? Come on. Hell, this blade is almost as big as the package. Oh, shoot. But give me a couple more days. I'll have the bigger ones in. I know what size I need now. That was my mistake. I have no problems admitting that. But they're going to be in pretty soon. Probably sometime next week. I don't want to give a day because I did that with these little small ones. They were supposed to be here last Tuesday. They didn't show up until yesterday. So, yesterday. Yeah, because yesterday was Thursday. So I don't want to give a day because the whole shipping thing is a kind of a, that kind of ticked me off a little bit. But yeah. So definitely give me a little bit to get these things in, and then I will make bigger ones because I know the pike and the walleye are going to be much more larger and bigger, and I think there will be probably about that big, give or take, with bigger beads and everything else. Those I believe will use these bigger beads. Really? They'll use these bigger beads on them. Because right now, you see the difference in the size of the beads? Yeah, these beads are bigger than these. And then I got to get steel ones. I haven't got any steel ones. These are steel, but they were already like that when I got them. The different colors, which makes them look really beautiful. They really do. But yeah, they're going to be about that big, give or take. Then we'll go from there. But that's the two small ones I did. There's the two little itty bitty ones I did just a little bit ago during this live. The two small ones. Two dinky ones. One's smaller than the other. Good for panfish, bluegill, probably even a little bit of crappie, probably a little bit of even like trout or anything like that. That's something that's really small that they would actually, love to bite. So that's those two small ones I just did. And then of course you've seen the four that I did a couple of days ago. And that's pretty much about it on those. So I guess until tomorrow, because I did that, I did those. Oh, I didn't do the bigger wire. Let me try that bigger wire like that. I didn't do that. This is going to be tough. I may not have to do that double like that on this one because this is already pretty. You know what I might make out of these? is the spinner the spinner bait. Yeah, that'd be good for that. The actual spinner baits. Just the thing itself that you can actually hook the spinner bait on. I'll form the whole entire thing so that way it's easy for you guys to put your own, spinner blades on and your own spinner bait, whatever it is that you want. It could be a jig head, it could be anything. It don't matter. Okay, yeah, okay, good. All right, thank you. Got that. I did get the message. Thank you. But that's this wire right here. That'd be a good thing for that one because it's pretty springy. It's very strong. And it'll be very good for that. And I might making those out of there. And I'll sell those in the package when I get them done. So it's easy. You guys just grab it and put your stuff on. Boom, done. Twisting it. Whew. You're like, come on, don't be a wuss. Come on, guys. Can we talk about this? Come on. Can we? This time, I made a little extra tail on it. See it? It's not quite as top. So that way I can twist that. Thought of it this time. I know. Really? You dumb nut? There we go. Same thing. I'll break my fingers. Why do I always do that? I always try to go putting that thing on there long before I could even do anything. Nope, you don't like that. It don't like that. You don't like it. You don't like it one bit. It either wants to go one way or the other. But we got it. Ha ha ha. Ooh. Good thing it does kind of twist it half-as easier-ish. Yeah, I don't mind the idiot going by with the motorcycle. Yeah, don't mind that idiot. I will say it is doable, but it gets all kind of weird. But it is doable. It's definitely doable. But I wouldn't want to do that like that, no. Then make it. Yeah, poof, man. Talk about stiff. Man. And then go through and would be nice to get the right thing, wouldn't it? Same thing, just like that. Little round circle. Then we take the pliers. Wait, which way is that? Yeah, that would be not a good thing. Yeah, no, not that. Too thick. Too thick. Too thick. Just by itself, that's fine. By itself, it's okay, but double that, no. So, medium-sized wire is actually the best for that. The thinner wire is okay-ish, but the medium-sized wire is very good for that. And I will use that for the double things, which actually does make it very, very nice. So, I hope we all half-ass learn something. And sometimes thicker wire is good, but not always the best. Some thinner wire, wherever the hell that went, does work out very well. A little bit more pliable, but it looks very, very good. See the little hole? Yeah, the little teeny tiny hole. That's a nice round hole. That's a nice round hole. Well, big enough I stick my finger in it, but you can't do that. So that one actually is very much more pliable. That one actually works very, very well. I will be using that one quite a bit. And for everybody that's environmentally friendly, that likes things to rust out when they lose it, because we all know we lose these things. We lose them very, very quickly. So we lose them, we know that it's going to rust out. There's no problems, no nothing, especially if you hit it in the tree, you're in the boat, and you hit it in the tree, and it's just dangling there, and you're like, nah, forget it. I'll just, go on to get something else or whatever. You know it's going to rust out. Sooner or later it will. Those ones, and then, of course, the bigger ones, the big ones. These are going to be for what you guys wanted, the musky things, and I think over here on Kevin, if you wanted some bigger ones, that would be the thicker wire right here. That I'd be able to make them out of that, no problems. Other than that, anybody else have any questions? Hey, Fish Dude, thanks for stopping in. And everybody else over here on TikTok, I appreciate all you guys for stopping in too. And I'm glad that a lot of you stuck around to see what, I guess, can be done, what can't be done to a certain point. And me just being a half-ass, I guess, somewhat sort of newbie to it, it's not too bad, huh? I don't think I did half that bad. And just a couple of days, I'll be doing very, very good. No worries. No worries, no problems. Everything will be right on through. Anybody else have any questions of any sort or anything before we head on out of here? You going to give me something to drink? Oh, wait a minute. I got something to drink here. I hope all of you are having a wonderful time wherever it is that you are. The UK, Pakistan, all of those places. And I hope all of you are having a very wonderful time. I thank you guys very much for coming along and experimenting with me to a certain point. I do need to make a lot more chefs of some sort, unless I just wait on them. And because I was thinking to myself, well, I should have, in a sense, waited on those, because now it's just like, what the hell, Oh well, no big deal, no worries. It's just wire. That's all it is. We toss wire all the time, don't we? And hang out. No worries. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Don't forget to double tap that screen up there. And over here on TikTok, don't forget to double tap the screen, because we get a whole hell of a lot more likes, and it always helps you. It always helps me. So it makes you feel good, makes me feel good. So everybody feels good all the way around, right? We appreciate that. So any more other questions before we actually end? I'll give like a couple more minutes and we'll go from there. Anybody learn anything out here from this? You know, what to do, what not to do, especially watching me say, no, I ain't doing that, what you just did. If it could always help somebody out to say, don't do what I did, because, you know, I done messed it up. Well, hey, see? I helped you not make a mistake. You're welcome. Oh, shoot. No? Okay. All right, then. Well, thank you very much for stopping in. Of course, you stopped in on ShowFlies over here on TikTok. You stopped in ShowFlies over here on YouTube. I appreciate all of you for stopping in. All of you that gave the conversation, I appreciate all of you for doing that. What's the material called? Which ones? The wire? Is that what you're talking about? The wire? These are cutters. These are plier twisters. These are needle nose. These are needle nose. These are rooster tail spinners. This is all the other crap I got. Stainless steel wire. Oh, you can't see that. Stainless steel wire. It's the 304 is on stainless steel wire, or no, 308 stainless steel wire. This is the regular steel wire that's copper plated, and these are stainless steel wire too, but they're spring wire. These are spring wire, so you can form it, but it springs back. Now, a lot of wire does spring back, but not like this. This is actually hardened stainless steel wire. And what I mean by hardened is like tempered, so that way it, you know, conforms back to its original shape. Where a lot of these, you can bend them. All right, hold on. A lot of times you can bend it, and it doesn't always, it will, because this one's springy too. But most of them usually don't. That's a pretty poor example. Well, you see it kind of stays a little bit more, you know, shapely. Where the other one, come on. Where the other one, you can bend it quite a ways, and it still springs up. See, it still keeps its shape. I bent it like big time. Still keeps its shape. The steel wire will also bend there a little bit too. But most of the time, when you see how it stays a lot more conformed. That's because it's a little bit, it's not quite as hardened as the spring wire. And you can form it a lot better too. You can straighten it out a lot better, and you know, it's a whole lot more different than other ones. But the tensile strength on them is probably a little bit less than the other one. If it was going to be, if this was the same size as the spring wire, the tensile strength, the poundage that it'll actually hold, is a lot less than what that one actually be. But now that it's the thicker wire, it holds probably more than what that one does. So that's the difference. Yes. Okay, good. Anything else? Nope. Okay then. All right. Well then, No worries, absolutely not a problem. Anything that I could always do to help out, or like I said, make a mistake, and you guys could see my mistake and don't do that. It always helps you out, and so you don't make a mistake. I'm all for it. No problems, no worries, no nothing. And that's a lot of times what I'm here for. So everybody else can learn from what I should have did or should not have did, and just go from there. That's all it is. So thank all of you on TikTok. Thank everybody on YouTube. I appreciate all of you. And like always, stay true to yourself. Stay true to everybody else. Be kind to yourself and be kind to everybody else, because you never know who you might run into. And you know what? They might be very important people that could probably help you out in your journey, whatever your journey is going to be in life. Right? Right. Absolutely. Until next time, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.